At the recent E-League Invitational, we saw Cloud9 and Faze battle it out in the grand final. In the final map, Guardian had to drop 34 kills, 16 more than his closest teammate, to ensure his team the victory in this map and this series overall. So I want to break that down very quickly here today, talk about a little bit of the decisions he made, and of course you're going to see some incredible highlights. But first, I want to learn about Epix. It's an app for both Android and iOS where you can trade and collect digital cards from top teams such as Astralis, MIBR and Na'Vi. And of course there's heaps of different rarities which lead into the leaderboard system, be the best of a certain team or overall. There's the new relics, which are skins players have used in certain big tournaments, and there's sets only available right now in the beta, so check out the link in the description below and join me in collecting all these awesome cards. Hey guys, what is going on? So Guardian going 34-9, not a bad performance at all. 2.11 or 1.1 rating on HLTV, so again, another incredible statistic to throw out there. Now, at this point, round 11, Guardian has 15 kills. Now, if you've seen these videos I make before, you think, well, surely, Elmar, there's something you want to break down those first 15 rounds. And there is. I just want to start with round 11 because it actually links in really well with round 2, despite the fact in round 2, obviously, Guardian can't really afford an AWP unless somehow he managed to knife people, but he didn't in this instance. So both these executes are going to be quite fast busts onto the B site. And you can see, as soon as this flash pops here, for these guys to peek the lower ramp, they're just basically rushing Faze. And Guardian's job is to get onto this line and post onto this. And this is before you can see that smoke in the X-ray just to the left of that star up on the wall, about to land from the T side on Cloud9. But obviously they're busting. And because they've just flashed Brown Hall and straight away sprinted down, there's no time for Zelsis to call in this rotation. And often, if we look at the map, you'll see teams often start with 4 players towards A. Then once Brown Hall control is taken by the T side, they're going to call that one player in to help out, because obviously there's the 2 entrances to this particular site. Zelsis is not in a position to use any of his utility. You can see right now he had the utility to potentially do something, but the position he's chosen makes this even more effective for Faze Clan. But moving back to Guardian, Guardian's job is just to stop any of these rotations. You can see he's not swinging onto Zelsis, he just locks this down, holds this gap, no one can get on top of a bomb train, or that red train, sorry, before he then jumps up on top of this, what I would call hump train, and he's looking for these kills onto Keo. And you can see his role, he works quite well with Nico, because if you don't get that kill onto Keo and you just sit back and play passive, basically the Cloud9 or the CT members, they're going to Molotov, they're going to use their utility. Keo would have had some utility to push you out of position, molly off top and smoke the ramp or something, then they're going to retake. So you can see Guardian, he's pushing aggressively, he now uses his smoke after taking that aggressive angle, and he's then mollying the Zcon. At the same time, you can see Nico, even though the video's not about him, he understands this as well. He has to get aggressive, catch these CTs off guard before they have time to really bring out all this util. So Guardian, only 1 kill, 3 kills for Nico, but he does lock down that rotation. You can see he does a very important job in this one, stopping those rotations from Cloud9. And because he holds that angle and they have to wait for that smoke to land the CTs, it does allow Nico to plant the bomb, and even after planting the bomb, still have time to push up there and got the kills you saw. So you're probably wondering, how does that link in with round 2? Well, it's just the fact that Faze give Guardian this exact same role on these busty plays, as long as he has a range advantage. AWP or AK against pistols in this scenario, he does the exact same thing, really locks down this side lane where the players or the CTs are most likely to be rotating in, and he ends up getting quite a few kills in this instance. So again, on these busty plays, it's always important to have one player doing this role that Guardian has. If you're in a team, or in pugs, it might be a little bit harder, but you can see he's going to get those kills, he's going to force a team kill. One got stolen, so maybe he should have had 35 kills for this one, but they're going to continue pushing into this one, and yeah, as simple as that. Guardian has basically the same role, AWP or not. So I thought it was interesting. Hopefully you did as well. Round 5 is one for your viewing pleasure. If you didn't see this live, you're going to be quite impressed. It's a full EQ. You can see no one has any armor for Faze. 1 Deagle on Rain, P250s across the board, and they're probably hoping for best case a bomb to be planted. One thing I found interesting about this round is, as soon as Guardian gets his hand on this AWP, despite the fact right now it's a 2v5, him and Adren both going to get a kill, but Guardian, he's not thinking, alright, let me plant the bomb, which he could right now, has the bomb in his back, could plant the bomb, go for that extra cash, as I said, probably their best case scenario. As soon as Guardian gets his hand on this AWP, instantly in his mind, this can be a round I win. And this is obviously a mindset of someone who's incredibly good at the game, a champion that Guardian is, one of the best AWPers we've ever had. And you can see he's looking for these picks. He comes back looking for that rotation, catches Flusher trying to cross to join the rest of his teammates, both Keo and Rush over here. Flusher obviously trying to join in here as well. And after those first 2 kills, you can see nice teamwork, Adren clearing this left lane for Guardian to straight away reposition because they're expecting that AWP to be bomb train, that back pop area. He's going to walk out here and you can see Keo, he gets caught off guard. Probably looking for Guardian down below. We saw where he was looking until he heard that scope from the AWP player. What I love from this, he doesn't disappear behind the Molotov. He runs out in front of it and you can see even once Rush gets this kill, he's not expecting Guardian all the way out there. And as we said, as soon as he got the hand of AWP, he said this is a round to win. Clears the information, uses that flash very well from Rush, and just like that, Cloud9 are in a bit of hurt. And the hurt very much continues for Cloud9, when they probably thought they'd echoed Faze right back and done what Guardian done to them, a little bit more of a team effort. So you can see the rest of Faze are ready to come out of this T-Con area with these flashes from Guardian, but things don't end up going too well. And we're just going to watch Guardian's POV because that's what the video's about, but they end up all losing their fights. And at this point right here, Guardian gets his first kill. 2v5 once again, what a surprise. So Flusher trying to peek out, find some information, work out exactly what's going on. He gets killed by Guardian. Fair enough, that's the first player down. What I also love about Guardian is he takes the opportunity to move out here and he finds the first kill. He forces the information on towards automatic and gets that next kill. So at this point, I don't really have any problem with what Cloud9 done. They've given up 2 picks, but honestly, Guardian created the second one. And you can see Rush tried to peek, but I think he got a little bit unlucky with the timing to trade that kill into automatic. So at this point, 3v1. In my opinion, 3v1 should still be very, very, maybe 0.1% winnable until you do that. So you can see Cloud9 did play that quite well. I know we're going off the topic of Guardian, but they had the 2 players peeking top train. Keo was here. He got the information that Guardian was on top of this blue. He'd just come up the ladder. So Zeus just peeked out and thought, all right, I have the timing onto this. Fortunately, he whiffs a little bit, as you can see here. Probably could have gone for a cleaner headshot. And then once you get over 1v3, this is, again, my own opinion, but I think 1v2s are very winnable, especially when you spot Rush and Guardian knows he's probably going to get close to E-Box with that pistol, forces him out, and now it's in the 1v1. So very clinically played from Guardian, eventually getting that kill onto Keo, and he's just saved another round for Faze Clan. Moving along to the CT half now, small little thing to notice, if you want to play more of a retake passive setup on B on these pistol rounds or a gun round, you always have time just to post in this Z-Con, such as Guardian is, before coming back to help out from this more passive angle down towards this area. Because even with the hesitation, Guardian's out here now. When these C9 members, you can see on the X-ray, if they were coming down low ramp, Guardian's there just in time to help out Olofmeister as this passive help or more retake scenario on the B side. Now, another thing Guardian does when they hear these players rushing upper is obviously he's going to focus on that. Also notice Olofmeister moved back, didn't want to get overwhelmed from top because they were set up more for that lower ramp area. And Guardian's going to start hitting his shots, so you're going to quite enjoy this anyway. But an important thing to note is as he's getting these kills, is he has fallen off this train after taking contact towards the left. Doesn't stay up there for too long, doesn't fight for too long, wants to reposition, moves in with Olofmeister, so nice double peek, makes things very difficult. If you imagine you're automatic right now, if Guardian wasn't invisible, because you know the demo player is pretty good, his job would be a lot harder. There he is, Guardian showed up now. And yeah, so nice little double peek. Also notice he fell to the left, so as well as a double peek. Also with these retake scenarios, we saw earlier Nico pushing up this oil train, trying to get aggressive there and stop the retake coming in from the C team members. Is him moving over to the left, he can help lock down one of these 4 lanes basically leaning up towards the bomb train with Olofmeister, because you can see players rotating in from A, such as Nico, they have a much easier job coming into this econ and maybe locking down these 2 lanes we can see on the screen right now. So if you have this rotator, after you take that first contact, if they aren't obviously all flooding down lower ramp where you want to be fighting them anyway, move over to the left quickly and get your team set up nice and early for this retake scenario. And as we continue this one on, notice as well, Adren is very happy to be this very supportive player. As these players are pushing up, such as Guardian is here, Adren doesn't move. He's still sitting here watching this lower ramp, making sure this player in Flusher isn't pushing down until the player in Rain obviously gets into a position where they're no longer going to be there. So I think that's good that you got a player such as Adren doing the roles like this, because this is when you got a star-studded lineup like Faze does. I think Adren was a good pickup. Just as a little side note here, because he is able to play some more supportive roles. So he's not looking for the kills. He's not charging up like we saw Nico doing. He's locking down this lane, making sure no one can get peeked from here. And that's all I'm going to say from Adren. I think he fits in quite nicely, but time will tell. And then Rain's going to end up finding this kill onto Flusher. So nice couple of kills from Guardian. I'm pretty good at talking about that pistol round. Maybe babbled a little bit, but hopefully you enjoyed. And Rain does eventually get the job done. Nice and clean, no headshot involved. So So we continue on the B side it seems. GuardiaN's got his ult there again. This time trying to play a more supportive role with these flashes for Olofmeister. Unfortunately, Keo spots him first and the flash is too late. And he finds a physical into Flusher, falling off straight away and find his first kill. Obviously Cloud9 decide to go quite fast after getting that opening pick. Finds the kill before pivoting towards upper. Again, he's trying to find these kills, move around, so it's hard for the T players to find him. And again, thinking about what I was talking about before with containing the T side because they're going to try and get aggressive down these lanes. You can see GuardiaN does exactly that. He's not fighting anymore. He stays alive, makes sure no one's running through this smoke before clearing the back of all these trains. He knows no one's crossed past here. It's now a Dren's job to clear this close oil train. If someone did slip through on the timing, no one does. They know this retake could definitely be on. I've talked a lot about this in this video, it seems, but GuardiaN does a good job there. Unfortunately, he gets picked off despite containing the T side quite well, and the lack of utility on Faze makes it pretty much impossible to go for this. If they had more utility, I think they would. So another clipper seemingly about containing the T side pushing, does it a little bit differently this time, but no utility. And that should be the end of B, so if you're sick of that, don't worry too much. Moving along to round 23 now, you can be thankful because GuardiaN is over here towards the A site. And he's up here on the Zcon boost, a quite powerful position, and one we're seeing AWPers play more and more recently because it has become obviously quite common for players to smoke Zcon, smoke off these bomb trains, such as Cloud9 is going to do here. And it allows this AWP to obviously see over it. It's a very powerful long-range angle he's got down here towards T-Con. So you can see as the execute comes in from Cloud9, that smoke is going to land at his feet, but it's going to be an easy kill into Flusher because Flusher thinks, all right, I'm probably quite safe to rush out here with my flashes or with the smoke down. You can see there it is right below GuardiaN, but he's on top of it. He can find this kill. So this is becoming more and more common from the CT AWPers. And just like this, he has a nice little pivot in this scenario to find the players coming out from that Vines or Ivy position. As you see, Olofmeister was more this rotation role. Same with Rain, he was caught up behind here. Another thing I like is GuardiaN did straight away reposition down here towards the back holes. Unfortunately, Rain already cleaned it over up, so there was no more kills for GuardiaN in this scenario. But I love the way he also repositions. Doesn't stay in Zcon, just in case it does come down to a more clutch scenario. They're probably not expecting him rotating straight away. But that is it for GuardiaN and his incredible performance on Train. Make sure to like and subscribe, maybe even check out my Twitter below, and I'll catch you all in the next video.